Welcome to Chrysanthemum Blue. Please like and subscribe.
欢迎来到菊花栏，请点赞并订阅。
小豬雞，姐姐聽我說 I am serious now, listen to me.
是的，妈妈，你的小猪在听。Okay, I am going to listen. Mother, 我喜欢听你说话。I am ready. I really am.
Okay. You need to be careful who you talk to at work and what you talk about.
Are you saying I should not trust the people I am working with? I think you read too many spy novels.
Listen to me. In order for the CCP to stay in power, it has to control the bureaucracy. The best way to control any large organization is to keep them fighting amongst themselves. With the amount of power and money associated with MSS, there is plenty to fight about. So, you have multiple groups pursuing their own agendas. The CCP just, as the Americans say, turn a black eye. 怎麼是有趣的? Why are you laughing?
Blind eye. I think the saying is, flipping a blind eye. I think that is what they said. Yes, that is it.
That does not sound correct. It does not matter. What matters is, the CCP allows a certain amount of chaos to stay in power. It also gives them deniability in case something goes wrong. Wrong like someone dying during interrogation.
如果这是真的，你不应该在公共场合说这些话。But they are not true. You read too many Western spy books.
Maybe I do. I'm out of latte.
Then we should get more.
That friendly little exchange had taken place 3 months earlier. Chu-Hua had never seen her friend as being like American conspiracy theorists, who are otherwise normal people who have pathological fears of being plotted against. She thought her friend oftentimes hit the outer realms of possibilities. Most of Lian's lectures got filed away in deep memory, but still remembered. The encounter with the insolate guard was so bizarre, it must have shaken this memory loose. The steam was still rising from Chu-Hua's cranium over the incident. However, she would take Lian's advice.
If something happens or someone says something, always try to get as much information before you act out or say anything. To anybody. Things may not be the way they seem at the time. 要謹慎並考慮清楚. Be cautious and think things through. If you have time.
And if you do not have time?
Whatever you can, I suppose. You stay alive.
The banking business must be more intrepid than what Chu-Hua had thought. Her friend's staying alive statement seemed overly macabre at that moment, but Chu-Hua's ESP gave her a hint that Lian might be speaking from experience. But how could that be? She had not thought about it much at the time, and was not going to think about it now. But she was not going to mention the incident with regard to Mr. Liu, or anyone else, until she could garner more information on the woman. With the red mist now having cleared, it was time to set about finding Jay Fine. Focus on the Provence Cafe, but be diligent about checking your backside. It was necessary to organize again. Take stock. As they say, get your ducks in a row. Quack.
So, what do I know? I know what Olaf looks like. Lots of photos. Nice looking. I looked up Tornado's Rossini. It has foie gras and truffles in it. Yuck. No woman would eat something like that for lunch. Jay Fine is a man. Olaf doesn't look like the sort of person who would spend 1,200 euros on lunch. Jay Fine wanted to eat and drink a lot. Jay Fine is 一个非常大的胖子. A fat man.
As Chu-Hua began the task of sorting through the 30,000 remaining frames of the Provence Cafe CCTV, There were these threads, just threads of indications, innuendos, that suggested the people she knew best were somehow involved. How could that be possible? Even on the very peripheral. The odds were astronomical. One thing for sure, Jay Fine was the key, and he had to be identified. Mr. Liu had been in several times during the morning checking on her progress. Unusual. He seemed to have a keen interest in her search for Jay Fine. That was a departure from normal. Lian had plenty of gusto for luxurious lifestyle and talk. And more talk. Chu-Hua could not decide if, despite being 1.88 meters tall, having a double D cup, and a face of an angel, that Lian chose to be her friend. Possibly, it was because most young people couldn't afford her wine bill, or could not take the talk, and maybe some more talk.
Oh, I do hope they have real champagne at this affair and not that cheap shit from wherever. And fresh cannabis.
In the past, Chu-Hua oftentimes used Lian loquaciousness as a backing soundtrack. It was mostly talk about politics. Nothing specific about her work, and nothing personal, except about her new boyfriend, which may have been a lie. Chu-Hua did not care. She was thrilled to have a companion.
You know how bureaucracies work. Every peg fits, every move is predictable and has purpose.
Okay.
Well now, are we going on a rant?
To serve the needs of 1.6 billion people, it needs to be that way. You agree?
Yes. Of course I do. What concerns me is when all those pegs suddenly don't fit.
What is your point?
My point is, when and if there is a change, it usually means something is up. Someone is freelancing. Doing it different. They are stepping out. They are on their own.
They step out. What does that have to do with me?
Can we talk?
Yes, for sure. 等不及了，想听听。Yes, I want to hear.
It has to do with you because if you know something, have seen something, heard something, smelled something, maybe think you know someone who knows something, and something about your life changes, even the smallest bit, then you are possibly, probably, in danger.
It had been over a month since Lian had hurled that little wine-fueled gem at Chu-Hua. It was irritating then, and it was irritating now. However, Chu-Hua knew, had seen, smelled, felt, heard, and knew someone who knew something. And things were changing. And now, they were about to change more.
Shrimp today, your favorite.
谢谢。一如既往，我饿了。
Fortunately, for Chu-Hua, Mr. Liu supplying her with lunch daily was not one of the changes.
How is the analysis of the video frames coming along?
It is going slow. I have only been able to view about 600 frames so far this morning.
That is to be expected.
Hmm.
I know you enjoy doing the Tai Chi workout with the other analysts, but for right now, I would like you to discontinue that activity with the other employees.
我不明白. I do not understand why.
It is a security matter. It is important to keep this matter private. I can arrange for the break room to be closed, so you may take time to meditate and practice in there, if you like.
感谢您的盛情邀请. I can practice elsewhere.
Have you made any determination at who or what sort of individuals you are looking for?
No, not yet. I am going forward using the photo of Olaf Peterson that is in the dossier. My plan is to attempt to find an image of Olaf in the video files. Then I would be more able to develop a profile on the character Jay Fine, once I have established some sort of electronic evidence.
Okay. Keep working. Enjoy your lunch. I will check on you later.
Nice. Really nice. You just lied to your supervisor, who has a level 6 security clearance, 40 years with Chinese Guijia Anchuan BU, 30 years in field as an operative. Do you think just maybe he bought it? Or maybe it was.
他妈的，这孩子就是骗我！他在犹豫，为什么？他他妈的发现了什么 ？What did she find out？ 他害怕，他应该害怕。
The problem here was, her MSS training had spent some time on how to detect a lie, not 1 second on how to tell one. If Mr. Liu had detected the little fib, like he would have no idea of the importance of what was being hid from him. As it was not much. Having profiled Jaefine as a fat man was not exactly all conclusive. It was a stupid tiny lie that would put the trust Mr. Liu had in her at risk. A total rookie mistake.
Fuck.
Go ahead. Say it again. You'll feel better.
Fuck.
I'm tired.
One more K. Come on.
Shit.
This thing you are going to do. Do you really think it will work?
I don't know. Maybe. 這肯定是一個困難的情況。We need to get her mind off what she's doing. Exactly what that is, we do not know. We need time, and maybe if she's occupied by a boy.
It's worth a try. We need a few days. I know you love her, but she has put us in more danger than we were already. I know it was an accident, and she was just doing her job. But if she starts to connect the dots, well, we will not think about that.
We need to leave as soon as possible. The longer it takes, the less chance we have of surviving. I will make the call.
Chu-Hua's eyes were done. She had searched through 897 frames today. Only 30,000 more to go. Might as well do 3 more and make it an even 900 for the day. 898. 99. Anne. Do you want to do the last one and let's go home? What is going on? Do we have something? Sure enough, it was Olaf and a fat guy. A fat guy from behind. At first moment, the discovery was all mirthful jubilation. Now? Well, maybe all of Lian's paranoid spy bullshit had spooked her. Fact was, she was having a bit of a gut check. Gut said, this is serious business. Just from the back, Jaefine looked Chinese. If this was a fat Chinese guy. Yikes.
Forget this. Lian is a paranoid banker who likes to pretend to be a spy as a hobby. Do the people's work.
Relax. You have the weekend to sort this thing through. Go to the park. Call your mother, which you have not done in 3 days.
Relax. On Monday, proceed forward. Do not be stupid. No one is conspiring against you. Lian is beautiful and a lot of fun, but she drinks too much wine and talks too much. It is all talk, talk, talk.
Talk, 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 and something is bound to stick. One was a fanatical positioning of things on her desktop at the end of the day. She was so dedicated to the process that she carried a 50-centimeter ruler in her shoulder bag. It was off with the Jimmy Choos and on with the Nikes and out the door. Suddenly for Chu-Hua, Anna didn't seem like such a bad thing. Not everyone had left for the weekend. There was a straggler left here and there. Mr. Liu had spent 25 years in the field as a clandestine agent. He knew things. Actually, he knew everything.
"他已经闻到了气味，他正在追踪。She is on the trail. How much does she know? Maybe a lot, maybe nothing. Either way, very dangerous."
Mr. Liu, like any good spy, took special effort to make sure everything matched the mental picture he had made prior to starting the computer.
好吧，他妈的，现在怎么办 ？Shit.
Once out of the building and across the street, Chu-Hua could use her cell phone. She had 2 messages. One from her mother, not unexpected. She had not called Mama in 3 days. In some parts of China, that could be a fine.
是妈妈，你好吗？3天没有音讯，我们想念你，把你的小车开出来，来找我们。再见，女儿。爱爱。
But there was another message.
Little piggy. Hurry home, take a bath, put on some of that 900 yuan perfume you have. Put on that sexy tahini dress you have never worn.
Oh.
Your Jimmy Choos and meet me at the Eiffel on San Latin at 19.
Well, okay.
Oh, and forget the train. Take a Didi, I want you fresh.
This was big. In the year and a half that they had been hanging out, Lian had never invited her to go to a club together. A chance to do something. Whoopee.
Thank you for watching. If you are feeling literary, leave a comment.